Hello and welcome to a video with me. This is Teach ESL Independently with Neve. Okay, and what I offer here is I give lots of actionable tips, advice, information for independent ESL teachers who are trying to find their own students, market themselves, get paid what they deserve, find their own students, etc, etc. And you can find all of this information on my YouTube channel, where I provide lots of videos, okay? And if you want to really accelerate the process, then get in contact with me. My information is in the description for my one-to-one coaching, okay? Which is a more personalized service that I do with my ESL teachers that I have a lot of at the moment. It's a busy time. So welcome to this video. I wanted to debunk a big myth for you today, which is, do I need to build a website? Or yes, you should build a website as an ESL independent teacher. Whew. Absolutely not, okay? The reason I want to share this advice with you is because I value my time. I'm sure you value your time, and this 5-10 minute video, however long it will be, can really save you a lot of time, because I don't want you to make the mistake that a lot of teachers make, and that I know won't add value to your journey to become independent. It won't actually get you students, okay? So yes, do independent ESL teachers need a website? The answer is a big fat no. Now, there are 3 main reasons why I know you don't need to build a website, especially in the beginning. The first one is that if you build a website, you have very limited traffic flow coming to your website. So not many people can actually find you specifically if you create your own website. So for example, you have very low visibility. If I was to do a simple Google search, if I was trying to find you, of course I wouldn't know the name first of all, but if I did search, if you had a website, it definitely, well, is very unlikely to be on page 1 or 2. 3, 4, you might find it on page 8, 10, 20, 40. It's really far down the list, so you've got very low visibility. It's very difficult for prospective students to find you. People think that this is the answer, that this is how you find your students. Well, what I would say to you is go out and try and build a website and see that this actually doesn't give you students. You've got your website, but you haven't got the students still. And I know you value your time, but time is very valuable, and you don't want to be making that mistake, because ultimately what do you want is you want to get your own students. So you do anything you can in your power to try and find your students. You think, I must build a website, but honestly you really don't need to. My second factor, my second point, actually links with the first one, is that if you're building a website, who typically builds a website is independent teachers who are maybe willing to build a whole big company, build a school of online teachers where they employ other independent teachers, where they have timetabling, scheduling, etc, etc. Now, you as an independent teacher, you're not wanting hundreds of students. You're probably wanting to work maybe 16, 20, 30 hours a week, 35, I'm not sure, depends on you. But you don't need hundreds of students. You need maybe a handful of course it depends, because you can have 10 students and teach them twice a week. That's 20 hours worth. Or you can have 15 students and teach them twice a week. So it really depends. But you need a small handful of students. You don't need to be creating a website to find 10, 15 people. Really important. And the third reason why building a website is not the way to go is that it's really easy to make a mistake, because what a website actually is it's a way of you selling yourself. And I see teachers make this mistake all the time, is that they put the wrong information on the website. maybe you get really excited about designing a website. You make it really complicated with sliding pages and all sorts of information, and there's no actual, you know, like funnel, as it were, of what is the call to action, what do you want them to do. And you can ultimately, you do yourself a disservice, really, and you let yourself down unknowingly, because you don't actually know what you're writing unless you get like professional support, someone professional, you know, you pay someone to do it for you. What you're actually doing, what a website is it's copywriting, it's putting information, it's writing, okay? So if you don't know how to do that and you try anyway to kind of tick a box, you're going to probably do it really wrong. So yeah, that's my 3 reasons of why you shouldn't really build a website, especially in the beginning. And also, I just want to leave you with this idea, because I think it will really like put it into your mind a little clearer as to why it's not necessary. I'm not going against the grain here. I'm just being completely honest and transparent with you. Is that, imagine if you are dating someone, okay? You're trying to find a date. You're single, okay? You're trying to start dating. Where do you go to find a date? Maybe you want to find a potential boyfriend and you want to start dating. How do you meet them? How do you find them? You know, it's the exact equivalent of being an independent teacher and finding your students. How do you find them? It's the same. If I'm a woman and I'm trying to go on dates with some men, I'm trying to meet people, how do I meet them? Well, you have to go to where they are. So what do? You know, we have platforms available that you can do that. You can create a Tinder profile and you go to where they are and you get flooded with messages probably from people. That's how you find a date, and then you can go out and have your nice romantic dinner. In the same way, as an independent teacher, you don't create a website and then try and attract them over. You have to make the step. You've got to go to where they are. And then you say, hey, look at me. This is what I offer. This is what the benefits are for you. So it's completely different. So if you do anything, please don't fall into the trap of feeling like it's necessary to build a website, that this is something that you must do as an independent teacher. No, it's not necessary. And ultimately, it doesn't get you your students. And I'm telling you from my own experience, I am an independent teacher. I have my handful of students that I teach whilst I'm living abroad in Tenerife. Okay, I live here. I'm completely independent. I don't work with any companies. I don't have students with any form of a company. I've found them myself. And I've never built a website to find my students. That's something that I've never done, and I haven't had any problem with finding students. So it's the same. I want to give that advice. I want to share my story with you, because I think it's really important that you can understand that there are actually teachers out there that found their own students. It doesn't have to be mission impossible. You can do it. You've just got to know how, what to do. So today, of course, I've given you what not to do, which is build a website. I have given you the 3 reasons why you don't want to be building a website. And ultimately, it doesn't give you students. So that is it for today's video. That is why you don't need to build your own website. So I will see you soon in another video. Bye.